And you see him there, that gun is bucking all over in his hands. It is jacking with him. He's not getting fight-stopping
diving in the
hits.
ocean.
And then he gets hit in the foot and in the guts as
Like, what are
well.
you
His
doing, bro?
girlfriend
You're
takes
making me
one
mad.
in. Girlfriend was shot in the back.
Come on, cuz. Your girl need to leave you after that. Come get with a real nigga like me.
Here we see a home invasion. I've put the news stories in the description, so make sure that you check those. You can see this guy rummaging around. They have
He got
a guy
the
who's been
old
staying in his
school.
friend's house, and they're holding him in the living room while they
He got the old school where you cut holes through it and shit. Like, bro, nobody wears that no more, bro.
rustle through the house. He hears it and gets his gun. We have audio of his bedroom.
I know he a dumb criminal too. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Look it up. Okay. I think you. Yo, is somebody in the bed too? Oh my god.
Our defender.
Okay. On first glance, when I seen that, bro in his drawers, he got the t-shirt on. Now, cuz, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think you was gonna do nothing at first. I thought you was just gonna sit there like a little, you know what I'm saying? But he got the looking back, and you could tell he didn't want to.
The house. He hears it and gets his gun. We have audio of his bedroom. Let's listen in.
Yeah. That was his first time ever shooting at him. And why somebody still in the bed though? Why you not getting up? She just like, her ass scared. Hey, bro, leave her ass.
Our defender was shot in the.
My nigga, if that's your girlfriend, I don't know who that is to you. If that's a little thought you was just cracking for the night, I don't care though. Leave her, bro. She ain't do shit. She just stayed there. That's the type of bitch to run on you. You ever get in a situation where somebody trying to rob you, y'all outside, somebody trying to attack you, her ass is gonna run away.
Foot as well as in the side. His girlfriend was shot in the back. You can again see it. News stories are in the description. Bad guy was shot as well. The cops did catch him even though he hobbled off. They are looking for his accomplice though.
Oh, so the girl was shot in the back the whole time. Oh, damn. You let your girl get shot in the back? You didn't do your job correctly. But like I said, we could clearly see that you didn't even know what you was doing. We could tell you did not want to shoot that gun. You was sitting there like these. First of all, he had it with two hands like these. You know what I'm saying? Like they do in the movies or some shit. Nobody holds it like that, bro. Use one hand, my nigga. Use one hand, bro. Because now you can move better. You could grab on the different things. You know what I mean? With two hands like this, like you a cop or something, bro. Sit your ass down. And then he pointed it like this, like he barely even want to. He like, he's shaking, shiver. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck is you doing, bro? What do you got a blick for if you're going to use it like that, bro?
Now, I know that there's going to be plenty of folks that are going to say, okay, wait a minute. What was this guy doing? What kind of drugs was he selling? I don't see any of that in the news story. I don't know that there was a whole lot here. This looks like just a home invasion where they're rummaging through someone's house, decided on this one. So remember, one of the things that you can do is make your home not the most inviting target on the block. You can't necessarily make it Fort Knox, but you can make it more difficult. Certainly kick plates and stuff like that, locking your windows, making it harder for people to get in on the ground floor is very wise. And also, I think having a surveillance system like this is great and fine on the inside of your home. But remember, it's not a security system. It's not going to keep you safe. Only you can keep you safe. It is a surveillance system. It can give you enhanced situational awareness about what's going on, what's the situation in the rest of your house.
His awareness is very bad anyway. Because, like, bro, as soon as somebody even trying to break in, like how you let the robber get all the way in the crib and you still in the room. You know what I'm saying? As soon as somebody even trying to break in my crib, as soon as I see the window, I hear the window, the door, something moving around, bro, get up and go out there and smoke their ass, bro. Before they could even get in. You know what I mean? You should be blinking him down from outside, not from inside, bro. You messed up from already letting him get in.
So I don't have any problems with this. In fact, I really like it. But recognize that it's still up to you to protect yourself. And you see this kind of thing happening, you got to ask, okay, wait a minute, am I going out there? If you see this on surveillance, am I going to go out there and see these guys? Am I going to go out there and do something about that? Well, as a general rule, I'd say no, except for he has, his friend out there. You might feel like, nah, man, I have to. There's a friend out there. I got to make sure he's safe too. And then what our defender does here is he hears what's going on, and he goes and gets his gun. I have no problems with that. And then he waited. He decided instead to kind of bunker in, saying, I know they're going to eventually come to my bedroom door, and that's when I'm going to have to act. That's a perfectly acceptable answer.
Now, look, I'm not gonna lie. We can obviously tell bro is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Bro got bullied his whole life. He had to get a blick to protect himself, but he definitely got bullied his whole life. He don't get no bitches, you know what I mean? He didn't get no bitches in high school. He don't even know how he pulled this girl right here. We can't see what her face look like. She might be a 2 out of a 10. And then his room is dirty as damn, my nigga. Clean up your room, bro. And then you play Xbox. Oh yeah, you know that's one thing alone tell me everything about you, my nigga. You got an Xbox, bro? Come on, guys. If you don't got a PlayStation, you not thorough.
Except for you see him kind of standing out here in no man's land. He's not done anything. He's not gotten his girlfriend and said, hey, you know, hide under the bed. He's not put himself behind the dresser, so he's got a little bit of cover. I don't think he could hide behind the bed himself unless he moved that bed, and that'd be obviously very loud in the moment. But thinking through these things ahead of time in your sleeping arrangements, am I going to go out into the house? Or, you know, maybe if you have small kids, split bedroom, you have to. But otherwise, I'm going to hunker down here. Now, secondarily, he's got a really crappy grip on that gun. And let me say that I think having a firearm as a force multiplier is awesome. And it certainly worked here. It certainly gave him a significant amount of additional force multiplication. It made this really the kind of fight that he could win, quite frankly. And for that, I'm very grateful. But recognize that having a gun makes you armed like having a guitar makes you a musician, in the words of Jeff Cooper. You've got to learn how to use it and use it effectively.
What did I say?
From his grip, he's going to really struggle with this gun. He is really going to struggle to use it and utilize it well. And so I can't say enough. Yes, I'm all for the right to keep and bear arms.
Get it together, though.
I'm 100% against mandatory government mandated training in order to own firearms. I think, though, that it's incumbent on us, if we're going to own firearms, to be able to use them well and to know, wait a minute, I am going to get myself into a place where I can counter ambush here, and I know that I can get grip as the master, sight set the pace, trigger is the servant, and I can get effective hits on target way faster than he can, because this is a competition, friends. And
the mistake he made was even just being right in front of the door, because now you just showing yourself too much to get hit, bro. What you should have did, you should have hid behind, I guess this is a closet over here, or where that coat is. You should have hid behind that. Let bro open the door. He gonna try to go open the door. He not immediately gonna pop your girlfriend. He gonna see what's in there. You know what I mean? He gonna try to grab her something. Then that's when you shoot him from the back. You feel me? He didn't even know you was hiding over there, bro. You gotta be slick with it. You know what I'm saying?
And quite frankly, this was at best a draw. I wouldn't call this a positive outcome at all. He is shot and his girlfriend is shot. Yes, he drove the guy off, but is this a win? Well, they ended up in the hospital. They've got a GoFundMe set up for their medical bills. I wouldn't call this really a win. I'd say a stalemate.
That's your fault. You trying to get other people to donate money because you got popped. Bro, you should have been better. What you mean GoFundMe? Come on, guys. No. And that's not a draw because the robber hit 2 people. He only hit the robber. He only hit 1 person and he ain't even died. That's not a draw. That's a L for you, bro. You need to, come on. You need to get your get back. Go find that robber again, bro.
At the best. And yeah, he's waking up. Well, what am I doing, right? Yeah, so think through these things in advance, friends. Use this as a mental rep. So you say, nope, I know what I'm going to do in that moment, and I know how to clear my head quickly so that I can be ready. Now, I really do want to say, watch as we kind of slow motion things from here and watch the difficulty he has firing this gun well. He's firing it below his line of sight. And you see him there, that gun is bucking all over in his hands. It is jacking with him. He's not getting fight stopping
diving in the ocean.
And then he gets hit in the foot and in the guts as
what
well.
Are you doing, girlfriend
takes one in the back, takes a bullet in the back. And you can hear her.
And then you fall down. He fall down and then start crying. That's what really blew me. You was already acting nutty as shit with the gun, but then you fall down and start crying like a B word, bro. Come on, cuz. Your girl need to leave you after that. Come get with a real nigga like me. Hey, leave, cuz, and come get, you know what I mean?
Screaming and him screaming, and then the gun actually falls out of his hands. Can't say enough. Emotional fitness says, even if I am hit, I'm still in the fight, and I will stay in the fight as long as I have any consciousness. So that's an emotional fitness component, because he crumpled. As soon as he was injured, he was out and done. Again, I'm grateful he won the fight. I'm grateful that he got at least a shot into the leg of the bad guy. And he said, man, I'm glad that guy lived too, because I didn't want to kill anybody. Listen, in my opinion, that guy put the tokens in the skee ball machine, so he gets to spend the tickets at Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Yeah.
And I don't care if he lives or dies. I just want to stop him from doing what he's doing. But again, back to the point here of emotional fitness, you can't.
So you got hit only one time, and your ass is breaking down, crying your eyes out. Like that shit really, like you got hit 20 times or something. You got hit once, bro. And then you only gave cuz a leg shot? Oh my God. Hey fellas, we can't make this shit up, bro. We can't make it up.
Simply go, oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm going to spray and pray. Your buddy's out there, and I have to stay in this fight until that threat is over.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't able to do that here. He basically got lucky, is what happened.
Yeah.
And, hey, you can't count on luck, but luck counts. And so, we're going to call this a win. And I know some people are going to say, yay, Second Amendment. Okay, I'm down. I totally am okay with that. But this isn't kind of when you want to win, that he's off work for 2 months and he's not getting paid for that because he's a physical laborer, and his girlfriend's off work and they got crazy medical bills. These are not wins, friends. These are not big wins. You want to set yourself up so that you have the win and you don't end up injured. Great reason to have a first aid kit in your house, a good one, a big one.
Dude, is the girlfriend still with him after that? That's what I want to know. Tell me if the girlfriend stayed with cuz.
A stout one. There's links in the description to the ones that we sell through Mountain Man Medical, where proceeds go to charity if you want one of those, or roll your own. I don't care. Just have one of those available, because if somebody's shot, you really need it. Now, they did end up picking up this doofus, because my guess is that, he presented himself to a hospital with a bullet hole, and they kind of went, hey, man, where'd you get that bullet wound? Nowhere. And then they put 2 and 2 together and figured out who this doofus was. He was apparently known to the defender. Again, I don't think he thought that guy was not growing, he's not selling coke out of the house or anything like that. This isn't drug related. I don't know what he got away with a few things, but not a whole lot of any kind of import. So I'm not sure why he did that. And great, the cops caught him. They are still looking for the accomplice, though, at least at the last time that somebody put a news story up. So cool. It changed his behavior, but he wasn't out of the fight either. This is what we'd call a psychological stop. So have a gun. I love it. If a handgun is your choice, great. For me and for mine, I choose a shotgun for home defense. 8 pellets, a double-aught buck. Especially a flight.
Fact. Nah, real shit, bro. Shotguns is the best for if you trying to protect your house, bro. You know what I mean? Pistol, that's cool and all, but that shotgun gonna do a nigga bad. You know what I mean? That shit gonna make sure he don't never come back, bro. It don't matter. He could get hit in the leg, bro. That shit gonna blow his whole leg off. So.
Control wad. That'll change people's behavior very, very quickly. Go over to Active Self Protection Extra for more on that. But let's make sure that we know how to use it well, that we've set up our home defense plan well, and that the first step in that is prevention and deterrence from somebody even coming in our house as the best way to cover our ass.
Sebastian, you need to go to the gun range, bro. You need some work. You need to go to the gun range. I know. That's why I applaud you for having it. You know what I mean? It's a good thing that you bought it, because if you didn't, you would have been cooked. Ain't no way you was fighting off cuz. You skinnier. You like 110, bro. You not fighting off cuz. Now, I'm glad you had it, but you gotta learn how to use it if you're gonna have it too, bro. Cause I know your girl seen that surveillance footage too. I know she seen it online. She like, damn, why am I with this nigga? I could be over there with JayThou and I'm over here with fucking Sebastian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know she thinking that. I know how they be thinking, bro. And you let her get hit in the back. It's not funny, dog. But damn, bro, come on, cuz you gotta do better. Hey, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it down below in the comments. Do you think Sebastian did good, or rate his performance 1 out of 10? We need a rating. 1 through 10. What did Sebastian do? I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give you like a 3, Sebastian. That was pretty bad.